Hi, everybody. My name is Michael Dietzenbach. I'm with Midwest Veterinary Supply. We are glad to be part of your program tonight, as Pamela invited us to come on tonight and to talk about My Vet Store Online. What we wanted to do is talk about My Vet Store Online and to tell you a little bit more about it, because Midwest in itself is one of the oldest distributors out there. We're coast to coast and been around for 60 years as of this summer. And what that is we've been growing from the middle of the country. That's why we're called Midwest, and we keep our Midwest ethics as we grow from California to Maine and down to Southern Florida. And something that we've done is only be vet oriented. We're only veterinary supplies. We are family and employee owned. And with that, we want to make sure that you, the private practices, stay healthy, stay viable, stay profitable. And so we do everything we can. We just don't want to be your kiosk of where to order stuff. We want to make sure that we're there with the business services. So 7 years ago, we started MyVetStoreOnline, an online pharmacy and online home delivery platform that you can use as an extension of your brick and mortar. We did that so you can be profitable and you don't have to worry about data security. You don't have to worry about that. We are your store and to help out. So with that, I want to pass my microphone over to Jim Vandiver. Jim is with us with My Vet Store Online team, along with, I think I see her right below that, Susan Briand is our My Vet Store Online manager, sales manager. She covers quite a few people, and we have quite a few on our team. Some of them are on this call, and others are probably going to watch this recording that we're doing. But with that, Jim is going to talk about My Vet Store Online and how it fits into your practice, and if it's something that you would like, and if you do, let us know. But also, if you've got questions, there's a questions queue. If you hit that, I will be watching that in the chat section at the lower part in the middle. If you move your mouse, I'll watch the chat, and we'll cover any questions and answers at the end of Jim's little presentation. But why we have Jim on this call is not only is he a Midwest employee and has for a couple of years, but we borrow him from his own practice. He is a owner of a veterinary hospital. He's married to a veterinarian, and he's the practice manager there too. So he knows his stuff, and he knows how much My Vet Store Online helps their practice. So with that, Jim, you want to take it over and tell us a little bit more about you and My Vet Store Online?
Sure. Thank you, Michael. Hello, everyone. Yeah, as Michael said, my name is Jim Vandiver. I'm the My Vet Store Online consultant for the Great Lakes region. So I do cover Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. And as Michael touched a little on, more of my background is, yes, I am a practice owner with my wife. We've owned Sylvan Lake Animal Clinic for the last 23 years. She's a single doctor practice, and we're located in northern Indiana in a pretty rural area. I did work exclusively in the practice during the first 16 years of ownership. So you can already imagine we were together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And well, she finally suggested I seek employment outside the practice. So here I am today. But even with my position with My Vet Store Online, I still handle all the business aspect of the clinic. So I've had my position with My Vet Store Online for about 3.5 years, and we've had our store for about the same time period. Prior to having our store, we utilized Midwest JATRX quite often, and this helped tremendously with paring down inventory while meeting those one-off requests from clients. It also made the transition to My Vet Store Online a pretty seamless process for that. One of the challenges in the veterinary industry that really pushed us to open an online store was the ever-present Chewies of the world. And my slide's not, there we go. My slides are working. Ever-present Chewies of the world. I mean, if you think about it, where are your clients shopping? I mean, it got to the point that the constant barrage of outside pharmacy requests that grew to be quite a nuisance to the practice. And I'll tell you, I've always been looking for a way to get back at the online pharmacies, as honestly, I've been bitter about them ever since the late 90s when Al Gore invented the internet, and all of a sudden 800 pet meds could reach everyone out there. And really all clinics saw a drop in revenue when that happened. So a question would be, why open an online store? Well, about it when when that pharmacy revenue dropped without price matching, there really was no answer to the online entities out there. So by using My Vet Store Online, our clinic has been able to go from 40 to 50 Chewy requests per month. And I use Chewy generically to include Vet, 800 Pet Meds, everybody out there. So the Chewies of the world. So we went from 40 to 50 Chewy requests per month down to 1 or 2. I mean, I know there's still 1 or 2 a month, but you're not going to win them all. But pulling in most of those requests has made quite a difference to the clinic's bottom line. And then we like it because it does provide a way to get safe, guaranteed products from reliable sources or to our clients, because that's one thing we do preach in the practice is make sure you're buying safe products, because online shopping on some of those websites, we don't know the source of those products, right? So as we explored pharmacy options, my primary goal was profitability. I mean, believe me, I want my wife's practice to make money because she's honestly the one that keeps us in the lap of luxury. So, but with this in mind, we wanted to do it without sacrificing our in-house pharmacy. I mean, we're not looking to have you bring in MyVetStoreOnline and then immediately everybody moves from in-clinic sales to online sales. So what we did was we initially targeted our outside pharmacy request, but eventually we just started telling everybody, all the clients, about MyVetStoreOnline. And what this did was it allowed us to gain untapped potential that was out there. And in the end, I mean, over these last years, what we've come to realize is we really didn't change our clients' buying habits. I mean, I know we'd have concern that, oh, as soon as we have a store, everybody's going to go and buy online. But we didn't see that. What we really see is those that bought from us in the clinic still buy from us in the clinic, and the ones that buy online, well, they're still buying online. They're just buying from our store. So, but even with clients buying from us on the store, we really still wanted to be profitable. Anything we do with the clinic, it really needs to make money for us. So, and honestly, this is where MyVetStoreOnline really shined with the margins that were available through the store. I know we are able to buy products for resale without associated line item fees that some of the competitors may have. One thing I was never excited about, the more I sell, the more I owe program of the other 2 competitors. And the way it's different is MyVetStoreOnline has a flat rate hosting fee. And what I mean by that is if we sell $100 across our store platform, it is a hosting fee of $29.99 a month. And then again, if we sell $5,000 across our online store, it is still $29.99 a month. So this actually allows us to be paid. Excuse me, my goodness. This allows us to be paid for our work on increasing our store sales instead of passing the earnings on to another entity. Okay, so we all out there know the 2 things in a practice that cost you the most money are staff and inventory, right? Well, MyVetStoreOnline hasn't helped us much with staffing, but it has greatly affected the amount of inventory we carry in the clinic. Anymore, it's impossible to carry everything out there that's made for a pet. There's too many products. I mean, and as a single doctor practice utilizing MyVetStoreOnline, we've been able to pare our inventory down to about $9,000 to $10,000 at any given time. And I mean, this includes vaccines, tests, food, flea tick, heartworm preventative, dispensables. And when I say dispensables, antibiotics, NSAID, stuff that's on the shelf that's going to be traveling out with a client. We sell more than this, of course, but we just keep our money off the shelf. And honestly, I look to keep it in areas that's helping increase our net worth rather than sitting on the shelf waiting to be sold or hoping to be sold. So, oh, I guess I'm missing. So when comparing MyVetStoreOnline with the other platforms or the other options available, it opened my eyes to another area of concern, which was information security. I mean, think about this. So your clinic's client list is the most valuable asset a practice owns, because a building can have a veterinarian in it, but without clients, it's just that, a building with a veterinarian in it. Okay, the flow of clients is what really makes us money. So really work to protect that asset all you can. My question to owners often is why would you allow a third-party entity into your most valuable asset to glean information that equates to revenue loss. So with MyVetStoreOnline, our data is not sold or shared to any outside entity. There are some upcoming programs that will allow clinics to do some targeted marketing in conjunction with manufacturers, but this will be totally voluntary and with your permission or with our permission. But honestly, data security is not so much what I'm concerned as, because right now you could get on Google and find out probably everything you wanted to know and probably more than you wanted to know about me. But honestly, if you think about an entity that can go into your software and monitor your clients' data and figure out, first of all, their purchasing habits. That means they could market to them based on purchase timing and as well as the products themselves. So this could honestly mean even more revenue loss or even loss of all purchasing by that client with you anyway. So utilizing MyVetStoreOnline to battle the Chewies of the world to bring back profitability, honestly, we've done it in many different ways. And one of the unique ways is with our Easy Dose It program. So it's a program that's designed to allow scheduled monthly deliveries of heartworm and flea tick medication. I mean, in our rural area, one of our biggest challenges is getting pet owners to stay current on heartworm preventative. I mean, our local economic standing is probably on the below average side of that curve. And it's honestly, it's probably something I should have researched a little more when we were looking to buy 23 years ago, but well, I didn't. We followed our hearts and not really our heads on that one. So, but being in a lower income area, we have a number of clients that purchase heartworm preventative on a monthly basis. The issue is making sure they keep their pet covered 12 months out of the year. Now, I honestly do believe, clients mean well and have good intentions, but a lot of times I just think life gets in the way, due to our busy schedules. So sometimes they miss some doses. I mean, if you think about it, I'm sure you've had this happen. A client comes in and buys one this month, they buy one next month. Oh, then they miss a month, and then they come in that following month wanting heartworm preventative. And we go back, we have the talk with doctor, and doctor will usually reluctantly consent to another dose. But then baseball season starts and we don't see them for 3 months. And then we all know that fun conversation we get to have at the front desk trying to explain why their pet needs another heartworm test. Another thing is life just goes by quickly. I mean, when I worked the front desk, I can't count the number of clients we had that came in and said, oh my gosh, no, we were just in 2 years ago. And you go and you pull their chart and it's been like 6. And you're like, okay. But they honestly think it's been just 2. They don't, So our answer to keeping pets protected from heartworm disease and fleas has been the Easy Dose It program. I mean, the national average on single dose purchasers, they're taking home 4.2 doses a year. So I'm hoping that hopefully your clients are more compliant than that. But really, this leaves the pet unprotected for too many months out of the year. And when a client subscribes to the Easy Dose It program, their pet is assured 12 doses. Okay, compliance goes through the roof. I mean, can you think of a better reminder system than the heartworm or flea tick? Heartworm and flea tick preventative shows up in the mailbox, right? Nobody's going to open a package and go, Interceptor Plus, what the heck's that for? Nobody. It's a tremendous reminder system, And the best thing is the pet stays protected, and then you've sold 12 doses for that year. So, and the thing nice about this, because with strategic pricing on the Easy Dose It program, you can actually maintain the same profitability you have with some in-clinic purchasing. And so for those of you who are with MyVetStoreOnline now, or will be signing up later, you can always see me for details about how to do that. More than happy to share it. So you can see how Easy Dose It program can help profitability, right? So one of the other areas of increased revenue can come through scheduled or future orders on most all products in the catalog. I mean, food is a great example. Okay, so the doctor prescribes prescription food, and we always sell that first bag of food. Always. Why? Because it goes out the door with them. We sometimes sell that second bag of food. A few times we sell the third bag of food, and then we start considering ourselves lucky if we sell a 4th or 5th bag. I mean, because that's when we start getting the Chewy requests for food. So MyVetStoreOnline offers you the ability to register clients in the clinic and have them schedule food before they even leave. So you remove the need for them to shop online for a quote cheaper bag of food. You've essentially taken it off of their plate. And the nice thing is you've put that money in your account, right? One advantage our store enjoys is being able to utilize manufacturer rebates. Depending on the manufacturer, there can be instant rebates, and an instant rebate, the money would come off before your client pays. And then there are rebates that need input from the client for fulfillment. So we love this, as we are a big fan of rebates, but we're not a big fan of clinic interactive rebates. I mean, we just have enough plates spinning without the extra paperwork so that a client can save money. I mean, I'm not being mean by that. I mean, we just don't have the time. I mean, we're all busy. Okay. You know, it kind of reminds me of the old buy 6, get 2 free on the front line many years ago, right? We purchased the product. We gave the product away. We filled out the paperwork. We kept track of the paperwork. We submitted it in a timely fashion, because if we didn't get our money back. So with MyVetStoreOnline, rebates are handled with absolutely no input from the clinic. Oh, come on. There we go. So being an independent business owner, one of the aspects of the store that fit us well was actually the total control we have over the operation. We run our store as a separate income stream. We have it set up with its own separate checking account and all that. As I pointed out earlier, I do all the business end of the practice. So by having the separate checking account and MyVetStoreOnline having its own separate reporting available, it really helps me with bookkeeping. I'm not gonna sit and tell you that this doesn't take time. You know, there is some work to having the store. I mean, it's not a total set it and forget it platform. I mean, you have the ability to set your own pricing. You have the ability to set what you offer in your catalog, you know. So will MyVetStoreOnline take, I mean, will it take more time than the other 2 platforms? Maybe, I don't know, you know, but I don't think much more, if any. Like my wife's practice, we sell anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 a month, with margins ranging from 26 to 32%. The range is there because the margin is affected by your chosen pricing strategy, and that's something I can go into deeper if you were to need more information at a later date. But on some items, there's just a larger margin, and if we sell more of those items that month, then the average is higher. So in terms of time my wife spends on it, she does the approving for all of her prescription orders. She does it first thing in the morning after feeding the horses. On a day-to-day, it takes her about 15 minutes. So, I mean, this is something the doctors do not have to do this. This is something that can be done by staff. But being the single doctor practice, she just likes to have that connection to the clients and what they're buying for their pets. So, well, I've always disliked the death by PowerPoint presentations. So I'm actually at the end. So I'd like to thank everybody for taking time out of their evening to allow me to share a little about MyVetStoreOnline. I'll be honest, it's really it's difficult for me to not be a cheerleader for the platform. It ties in most everything we wanted to be able to provide clients with convenient ordering, safe guaranteed products, home delivery, and again, most importantly to me, while maintaining a profit level that makes it worth the time. Okay. If you're interested in our platform, we have a great support staff, both in marketing, consultants, and everything. And then we can help you. We can actually help you transition clients to MyVetStoreOnline from the Chewies and the Amazons that are out there. We can also help you transfer them from other online platforms if you were to choose that. So, so just about every part of the country is covered by an MVSO or MyVetStoreOnline consultant. But if it's not, we'll still get you the assistance that you need. So, okay, Michael, I am going to hand this back over to you for question and answer session. So again, thanks everybody. Greatly appreciate it. And hopefully we'll be working together soon. So Michael, it's all yours.
Thank you, Jim. No, it's really good for you to pass along that information and to talk about your real experience in a real hospital. All hospitals are real, but really that way, instead of just a salesperson talking about it. And we are here, Midwest is here, our MVSO specialist and our sales reps are out in the field to help you. If you want a live demo or if you want a webinar, we can also do those via Zoom calls like this. So we're here to help out. So the questions Jim mentioned, there's a few comments in the side panel. One is, did you see the recent news that products reached 100 billion with a B for the first time ever? So yes, people are buying things, and Chewy I see their sales results, they're going like crazy. So it's one of those things, as Jim said, yes, you need an online store because your clients are using an online store. So you might as well have them send it through your hospital, and data secure and most profitable is what we have. The typical is about 17,000 per year full-time DVM. Is that, I think that means how much online business is that way, at least that. Jim, where do you live in Indiana? Do you have?
The booming metropolis of Rome City, vacation capital of Northeast Indiana.
Northeast. All right, because I had no idea. I know where Rome is in overseas, but not in Indiana.
Yeah,
Good
Rome's
to know.
just our sister city. Yeah, it's
Your sister city. Good. There's a good question. Can prescriptions be pre-approved and the client then logs in and enters their credit card? How would you handle that?
We are actually, Susan, how about you answer this? You're here. I forgot you're on here. So this is a great one for you.
Can the prescription be pre-approved and then the client logs in and enters their credit card?
So that's actually a project that we're currently working on, looking to launch later this summer. It's definitely been a highly requested function for MyVetStoreOnline, so it's definitely something we're excited about.
Yes, and I'm going to add a little bit more to Susan's on that way, because it is something that maybe some of the other ones have, and it's pretty good. So we are adding it. It's just the programming to take care of that. What you can do until then, and what hospitals do, is they talk to clients. We can help you with lunch and learns and help your staff understand that as their clients are leaving the door, that, hey, we've got an online store, and you can hand them the information right at the front counter and take care of it that way. And also we've got some marketing programs to help you out, that if they do miss something that they buy at the store, that we can help them do a missed dose or a missed dog food and send those out. So that's way too much to cover in the next couple minutes.
Well, and
ask us about that. Go ahead, Jim.
Oh, and there actually is there's a roundabout way to handle that exact problem, because you have the ability to log into your client's account without their username and password. You can actually go in and place the items that you want them to have into their cart, and then just back out of their store, so that when they do go into their store platform, it is already sitting there waiting in their cart.
And if you have a client that, isn't interested in shopping online or doesn't have a credit card to be able to process an order, there is an alternative payment method called client on account that would allow you to submit an order on their behalf, but accept payment in your practice. So there are a couple of options that make it very flexible.
Well, Susan, we can't tell them everything now, or else they won't want to come on to a webinar with me and learn more.
Sure, you can tell them everything we need.
Well, then I'm going to cut you off right there and go to the next question, because this is a good one. Is the MVSO, the MyVetStoreOnline, branded to the practice? And I'm going to answer that real quick. On my perspective, is yes. It's a toggle button right there on your own website. So it's your ABC Animal Hospital's website, and it says buy online. Jim, what else would you add to that, or Susan?
When the clients go to your store platform or to your store homepage, it is totally branded to you. It has your clinic logo, your clinic name, your clinic contact information. There is nothing that even alludes to Midwest Veterinary Supply or anything like that.
No, we don't advertise. We don't want clients coming to us at all. We want them buying through you, either your brick and mortar, which we definitely prefer, or your MyVetStoreOnline, which we consider as an extension of your brick and mortar. And that's why we've got it priced accordingly. Okay, the next question. Suggest that the practice use a QR code to make it easy to get to the website.
Yes.
Brilliant.
If you have a bulletin board, they're great. If you do advertising in your what's that place called where clients gather and reception area. So if you have a bulletin board in your reception area and you do your advertising on there, you can actually find a free QR code generator online, and
there's free apps for that all over,
just for that, and hang that there on your bulletin board with a little blurb. Hey, be able to purchase these great products from, by scanning the code below, and it'll take them right to the store.
And if you have no idea where to find the free QR code app, ask your Midwest sales rep or your MVSO specialist, and we'll help you with all that. So you can print those and put those everywhere on your receptionist bulletin board or front desk or anywhere. Good thing. Can you step us through the process of authorizing a script and the client paying and approving the shipping address?
Okay, you broke up
Cut
just a
out there.
little bit on
All
my
right.
end.
And this might be something to cover a little bit more in person, but it says, can you step us through the process of authorizing a script
Yes.
and the client paying and providing shipping address?
Yeah, I will do that in a very short, generic fashion. Well, your client will get online, place the order. Just because they have placed the order does not mean it's going to immediately travel through. Once the order is placed, it will go to the clinic's queue. The clinic will log on and work through approving that order. And then once the clinic approves the order, then it goes to our pharmacy for fulfillment. I guess the steps before that I missed is as the clients place their purchase, their credit card information is going to be requested from them at checkout. I mean, honestly, our website, we didn't reinvent the wheel, it's laid out in a pretty standard fashion. And believe me, everybody out there, we've all been to a website we've never been to before, but we always figure out how to spend money, right? So it's laid out in a pretty standard fashion.
Very good. There's another bullet here that somebody clarified. The 17,000 I mentioned earlier is how much inventory is on hand per DVM. And I bet that's even low, because that's where I'll let Jim wants to say something, but that's something MyVetStoreOnline, we want to be your virtual warehouse. So you can virtually stock every flea tick and heartworm. You can stock all 4 major brands that we carry of the diets. Go ahead, Jim. I know you're biting to say something.
If you think about this, if you have the online store or access to the store, you never have to tell a client no. Now, granted, we would like the clients to follow the doctor's recommendation. That is first and foremost. But a great example of this is maybe you had a client that's new to your area. They moved from out of state. They come in, and you're touting, you're recommending the doctor's heartworm preventative, a combination that they like. And they look at you and they go, you know what, we've been using trifexis for 6 years. We want to just stay with that. Well, you may not carry it, So this is a great example of where you don't have to say, no, we don't have it. You can just do like I did. I would just lean back and look at our pharmacy area and I'd say, oh, you know what? I don't have that on the shelf right now. Can I go ahead and just mail that to you? Be to you in a couple of days. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Okay, great. We'll just go ahead and collect the money now. So.
Good point. Well, that's also something in there of all the flea tick heartworms, but there's also so many brands of diets, and somebody maybe really love a particular code or one of those things. You can't stock all those in hand, and nor do you want to keep it ordered because they come in once a month and then they skip a month and you're sitting there or something that way. You could set them up, have them set themselves up, or you can help them do auto ships for the diets. So they get that every month. So they're not buying it somewhere else and they don't run out of the particular prescription diet you have. Or our easy dose it that Jim mentioned, that just one dose of a product a month, it shows up every month. So you can do a whole bag, a whole bottle of, say, Rimadyl, or just individual doses.
And there's not a staff member out there that likes dog food delivery day. Not a one.
No. And you probably don't like it being the practice manager trying to write that bill and that check, and then broken bags.
The most angry person or the most angry thing in our clinic about all of our food sales being online is the clinic cat, because now he can't chew open the bags of ZD. So,
yeah. Well, that's good. Well, the rest of these questions look pretty good. Is there anybody else have a question? You can hit off mute if you want to ask live or send it in the chat. But I want to make sure we cover what you have, and definitely I know Pamela will pass along our contact information. That if you do want to have a live, I always say that, or webinar, we can give you a little bit more information and more details, like how the credit cards work, how those different things work, and how to get things going. No obligation. I mean, we're here. We've been here 60 years. We're going to be here another 60. But I don't think you should wait for an online store another 60 years. It's going to happen.
No, you'll be happy you did.
Real low investment for what you're going to get out of it in return, and we'll help you out with it. Was there anything else, Pamela, that you'd like us to cover? I don't see any other questions coming in. We're here to help you.
I think that was great. And contact information.
Okay, for those of you out there who are interested in finding out more about MyVetStoreOnline, you can utilize the contact information below, the email at accounts@myvetstoreonline.pharmacy, or give us a call on our inside team at 855-769-9059. You can also reach out to your local Midwest Veterinary Supply outside sales representative. They're more than happy to get you in contact with me if you're in my region or with one of my colleagues, and we'll help you out. We do have one more question.
Awesome.
I did hear you say that you can help people, my screen's moving around, move from one store to another. How difficult is that process to move from another online store to our MyVetStoreOnline? Jim, you want to cover that?
Yeah, two alternatives for that. One, you can call each individual client, and I would guess you're more talking about clients that maybe already have scheduled orders with a previous or with another platform. One, you can call all those clients and let them know about the new platform. My guess is we may have a much better price point than the other two platforms, so that would be a real good selling point for them to so you could cancel the current scheduled order and start it back up new on MyVetStoreOnline. The other way is just leaving the old store open, but don't promote it, and just let the orders fall out through attrition. They will have to eventually at some time renew the prescription anyway, be it through another platform or through MyVetStoreOnline. So it's really, I know it sounds scary sometimes, but it's really an easy process. And again, that's something I can always go over again when we have our meetings.
Yep, that's what most hospitals I've seen do that too. They cover that side. It's just a new toggle button on your hospital's website. So it just says, try MyVetStoreOnline. We can help you with educating the front desk staff so they tell people. It really just comes to your pet owners don't really see anything different. They're just going to think you updated your website on the backside because it'll be new looks, new colors. But the clients just go, oh, it's still ABC Animal Hospital. I'll do that. And then you say, oh, you just need a new password. We can help them set up with that and put new credit card information in. But we get that all the time. You name it. They always want to update, expiration dates or passwords on every type of online shopping people do. So it's your pet owners still see it as your hospital and just changing what's going on in the background. It's not a big excuse thing you need to worry about. Some hospitals do offer, and we can help you with a special code of a 10% off if you wanted to offer that, but you don't need to. Most hospitals just like the clients just know and roll right over to it, and just a new opportunity to energize your staff. So they're talking about the online store, because most hospitals don't utilize their online store enough to make sure that they're competing with Chewy.
Yeah. Pam,
I
see that it looks like we have an individual who wants the contact information. If Susan were to get you a list of all the MVSO, MyVetStoreOnline consultants, would you be able to share that out with your group? Okay.
All right. I do want to, another comment in here is from one of the callers. It says, we switched over to MVSO from VetSource almost a year ago. It did take some effort, to be honest, but it was the best decision we ever made. We love, 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 in all caps, MVSO.
Are you one of my
clinics? A little trouble. What? Is that your wife? What?
No, I wanted to know if they were one of my clinics.
Oh, okay. I thought you said your wife was on the call and she did that.
Yeah.
No, she's
I'm
not.
paying her.
No, thank you. That was from, I don't know how to spell that. Must be some acronyms. So thank you. No, we want to help you if there's any difficulties. We want to be here to help you and help, because we're learning all the time of different little glitches that might come up, but we're really, really helpful. And we want to make sure that comes through. And as you said, you're happy with it.
Out in Kansas. Okay, good.
Tamin at Cottonwood Animal Clinic in Kansas. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, as I said, we could keep talking all night, but we'd rather meet you in person. And we know it's a beautiful day out there, hopefully wherever you're at. If there's any other questions, we can cover them, but we'll get you the contact information. Whether you catch Susan or I at the home office, or whether you catch local people like Jim or the number of other people we have out in the country, we're here to help you. We'd love to talk to you a little bit more about MyVetStoreOnline. Anything else, Pam? That's all I got.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. All
Thanks,
right.
everybody. We're happy you shared your night with us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you all.
everyone.
Good night.
Care.